What's
right.
good, everybody? It's your boy Kev. We got Chris. We got Greg back on the channel. What? That's crazy. And we got my Bell on here. So we have been wanting to do this for the longest. It's been too long, but we needed to give y'all a part two of Star Wars. We can't let this year end without that. So, Greg, welcome back to the channel.
Thanks, Blake.
And
Glad to be back.
yeah, so Chris had an amazing idea for this. Chris was like, "What if we talk about Star Wars, but set up in a time period where it's present?" Because the title, that always opens up a galaxy far, far away, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. But we're thinking not a long time ago. We're thinking present now. What does it look like? Does it look similar to the past, or does it look, or can we change it up to make it present? That's why we're saying what if. So, Chris, since you the one that came up with this amazing idea, have at thee.
All right. So the way I was looking at it was like this. So from I don't want to include the last three movies, so I'm kind of not going to count those for many reasons. But I would just leave it off of including Rogue One, including episodes, all those, including all that. I would jump as if it's like we're talking, it's in like now 500 years later, because remember, it keeps saying long, long ago. So we'll just say like that's 500 years ago. So now it's present. So I would open it as you have people that have been studying it, rather whatever type of schooling they have, or they're reading about it in books, about the whole story, what happened, everything. Everything is in there about how Anakin did what he did, how the board didn't listen to him, how the Sith came to be, everything is in there, the whole nine, about them needing. Yeah, you heard that too. Okay, yeah.
Y'all know what's going on. Don't worry about it. We heard it.
Including all the little side arcs, everything is included. They've been studying it, learning about it, because it's history. So now we're talking 500 years later. So now they're not learning about it no more. This stuff is old. It's dated. Now, I don't know. I'm just going to say someone comes across a book that they find in the library. No, they're in the library. Boom, they come across a book. And they're reading about it, and they're learning about all this material. So then they start looking it up. And as they look it up, they're learning, well, in order to be considered part of the Force, you had to have had this, and this. So this person, I'm just going to come up with a name. We're just going to say Keith. Keith just decides to look more into it. Like, well, how do I know if I could have the Force ability and stuff like that? So he does a DNA check, right? And it's a 1 out of a million chance, but somewhere in his bloodline, it falls in there. So he looks into it. He's doing more and more research, and he starts messing around with the material. So he tells his friends about it. So now he's telling his friends are reading about it, and now they're doing checks. Now, come to find out, more people doing checks. It's not that far off if you have ancestors that you see, oh, wait, I'm actually connected to this person. I'm connected to this, to this, to this. There's just a whole bloodline situation going on. So now they have this situation where they are going about and telling more people. So now more people are looking into their ancestor background, and people are finding out more research. Some people are related to the line, others aren't. And and the people who aren't are just like, well, it is what it is. I don't know what would come of this anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Keith decides, well, no, I'm gonna really dive into it. So he really gets into it. He starts looking, and he starts messing with abilities, because he gets one of those dummy books, how to learn this, that, and the third. So he starts messing with it. All of a sudden, he's able to get things to move, and they're shaking a little bit. He's like, oh, oh wait a minute, there might be something to this.
So I got a question. Is this, I guess, all up to this? 'Cause I was listening, but is it banned and outlawed? To like,
It's just it's 500 years later, so all that ban and outlaw stuff wouldn't matter. So it's kind of like, how people say, oh, if you're a witch, we're gonna stone you and hang you and stuff like. You see what I'm saying? Like it's like so far ago, man. That doesn't even matter no more. So now he's able to get things to shake a little bit. So he shows his friends. Now his friends are messing with ability, but then you got this one guy named Kevin, right? And he's over here and he's like, well, man, that's cool and all, but Kevin doesn't do a check. Like he doesn't check anything. So his brother decides, well, you know what? He's not going to submit. I'm going to submit a test. And he submits a test and he finds out, oh yeah, they say I'm connected to this person named Snoke and all this other shit. And people are looking at it like,
I thought you said he was cutting out the last.
right. I'm cutting them out, so they don't matter. So they just know this name. They just know a name.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? They know a name. Oh well, that doesn't seem like nothing important. But everyone else around them was like, no, I've read about that name. That thing kind of matters, but they don't know anything. The movies don't matter. You see what I'm saying? Like those last three, they don't count. It's just that you know that name, right? So the brother decides, well, I want to read more and more about this. Oh, we're able to save people and bring them back on the edge of death. Oh, I want to be able to do that. So he starts messing with the abilities, but he's going the wrong way. So then he shows his brother Kevin, and Kevin's like, oh, well, you're able to actually get the things to float and come to you and grab them. And no one else is able to do that yet. Hey, teach me that. So Kevin learns from his brother. So then they start messing around and really using the powers against each other, like being able to close a fist and stop someone from breathing and releasing it. Just messing around, just seeing what they're able to do.
Testing the field.
Exactly. So then Kevin looks at Zach and Zach's like, all right, man, that was cool. And Kevin's like, what do you mean that was cool? No, we're taking this another step further. We got to see what we're fully able and capable of doing. So he's feeding more and more into it. And Keith runs into Kevin. He's like, hey, man, listen, we just learned how to do these things. And Kevin's like, well, look, I learned this. And he just miraculously gets a thing to just come over to him, a vase from across the room, just grabs. He's like, look what I can do. And like, wait, we just got things to shake. You can get things to actually come to you. So then they all start messing with the abilities. Kevin teaches them. And then like, oh man, this is cool. But then they start reading more about light and dark and the rules and things like that, things they need to abide by. But then they see how a lot of them contradict themselves and like, well, no, we're not going to do this. So they're just messing around with this material. So as they get older, they start really listening and going into this stuff. As Kevin gets older, he's like, I'm better than y'all. So Kevin starts to try to take over, kind of rule, and Kevin has kids. And all the other people have kids because now everybody's getting older, so people are having kids now. So their abilities are teaching them to their kids. And you see the bloodline, everything's still flowing, everything's happening. Little did they know Kevin created this whole goddamn army of people that he was meeting up with. He created a cult, and Kevin's now a Sith.
Doesn't sound like a Kev, I know.
Because I would never join the dark side.
But the thing
Are you
is,
sure though?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I am sure that
Are
I
you
would.
sure?
Greg said, I would never join the dark
Kev is
side.
about as
I
far
don't
from the dark
know.
side as you can get.
See, you see,
No, that wasn't a compliment. That was, just,
But
I consider myself a great Jedi.
now, no. Well, here's the thing, Kevin. You see. Here's the thing. I am talking about this Kevin right here. Then this Kevin.
Whoa,
So
There we go.
Kevin actually thinks that I would be a great Jedi. I would be great at this. I would be great at that. And here's the thing, though. Kevin is like, well, all these other people think that they're Jedis and they have the light and they're creating new rules and new things, and you don't really agree with them. So you say, no, I'm creating my own thing. But they want you to join their thing, and you're saying no. So what does that leave you being? You're not an outlaw. You are a Sith. Because you're leading more into the ability of, hey, man, no, you got to be able to get full reign, full control, full understanding of everything. There's not going to be no limits. I want to be able to save who I want to save Whenever they need to be saved, whatever it is, I had to be able to save them. Oh, this person, hey man, he just got cut by a lightsaber. He's going to die. Well, no, he's not going to die.
Lightsabers come into play because I mean, everything was
For an example. So, oh well, nah, he's just going to die. No, the fuck he's not. We're going to save him. And I'm sorry for that, but we're going to save him. So what they do, Kevin decides, no, we're going to close this wound up. We're going to get this heart restarted. Well, we don't do that. No, we are going to do that. You see what I'm saying? So
the Sith don't know how to do that. Only the Jedi would know how to close up.
And you were working with them before in the past, so you learned all this material. You learned all that. You did all that already. You broke off because you didn't like how they were creating their new rules. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like the conversation we had, how you're not supposed to care about family. You're not supposed to care about them. No, I'm going to care about them. You see what I'm saying? They are going by that rule. Oh, we're not supposed to care. No, I'm going to care. You're not really a Sith. You see what I'm saying? But in their eyes, no, that makes you a Sith. You're doing all these things and you're rebelling against our new rules that we've created. You see what I'm saying? That makes you a Sith.
Like the Kev I know.
Yes, that sounds like exactly the Kev I know.
You kind of had me lost for a moment. I was like,
Oh, yeah,
Kev,
yeah.
Kev is not a Sith.
Yeah,
I'm not. Yeah, I would never.
but they would consider you a Sith. They would consider you a Sith. So
Because the reason why I would think that is because of everything that we've learned in the books, how far the Jedi had went off, that it made no sense. And even though the Sith were wrong,
right there. That's what they're doing. They made new rules that made sense, but then they're still learning about the older stuff. So as learning about older stuff, no, we're going to keep this. We're going to get rid of this. We're going to keep this. We're going to tweak a little bit. But we're going to get rid of this. They choose to keep that rule of, oh, well, that kind of does make sense to them. Oh, we're not supposed to care about family and all this other stuff. We got to stay focused. You're like, no, that's literally was the downfall of this whole thing. We need to care because everyone just read what happened to Anakin. Anakin was literally the biggest downfall that we had. If his mom could have been saved, which is written in this book, if his mom would have been saved, he wouldn't have did this. If he could have went back and checked on his mom, he wouldn't have killed the people on his home planet. He wouldn't have done any of these things. So he's preaching this to them. They're like, no, they're disagreeing, but it's here written. You see what I'm saying? So it's making you be like, man, listen, I already see how this plays out. I got nothing to do with it. I'm going to teach my own thing. And you took everything you learned, the things that you know was a mistake, and you branched off. But here's the thing. It's not just you who branched off. You got Kyle who branched off. You got Steve who branched off. You got people. So there's different pockets all over the place. But the one you got, for some reason, everyone's following you. A lot of people are following your lead. And you're like, well, listen, this is how I'm going to do it. And you don't even realize what you're doing. It's going to be me sitting here. It's going to be this person sitting here. It's going to be this person sitting here. It's going to be this person sitting here. You're going to follow my lead. You're going to follow my lead. You're going to follow him. You're going to follow him. Little do you know, you just made a whole stormtrooper group and everything else following in line. But they're not stormtroopers. They're wearing freaking blue and black. And they're just following your lead. And then Kevin decides to find the book. Hey, you know what? We got all this going on. And I believe what I'm doing is correct. And everyone agrees that, no, you are doing is correct. That's why we're following you. Even the other pocket groups are like, hey, you know what? Let's go talk to Kevin and his group because, you know, they actually have a little bit of guidance here because Kevin was one of the first ones who picked up on the skill along with his brother, Zach. They picked up on the skills and they were able to do what they did. So they keep coming to you for a little bit more information because you're the one who understood how to get things to float, grab things, do things.
What kind of group are you leading, bro?
If anything, I consider myself personally a gray Jedi where I want the will of the Force, I do the will of the Force, but sometimes... and
there we go. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. But sometimes, that's where this is because Kevin was playing those games with his brother of like, hey, watch what I can do. I can make you stop breathing. Watch this. Go ahead and do a little speech in class. Oh, I got you. So you were practicing, just playing around, but you got the skills faster than everybody else. You understood what can and can't be done. You took all these lessons, but you took the stuff that, no, we need to be able to do these things for these reasons. No, we can't do that. We're putting too much power in our hands. No, we're not. if someone is on the brink of death, but I have the ability to reverse something, I'm gonna reverse it. See what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't want to do all that. They don't want to. No, if it's their time, it's their. No, you don't know if it's their time. They could be saved. So you took that stuff and you ran with it. But your brother went a little bit deeper into the pocket.
So my brother's the crazy
So,
one.
well, after a while, he was like, "No, listen, we got to get more power, more understanding. Like, hey, man, there's a cap on this. There's a limit on this."
Elijah's here.
and everything else. But then Zach was like, there's nothing in there. There's nothing in there. Yeah, I'll you won't get one, but. And Zach was like, no, we got to get full control. So Zach chooses to get full control, and he says, I need a protege. I need someone to follow my lead. So he comes across a boy named Elijah.
Poor little guy.
And he's like, hey, I'm going to take you under my wing. I'm going to teach you everything that I know. Zach believes his time is coming because of what he wants to accomplish. He can already kind of see what is to come, and he knows it's coming. He takes Elijah under his wing, teaches him everything. Elijah gets the book for lightsabers, dummies for lightsabers. He learns it. He learns how to make them. He finds an old man who passed it down to his children, and their children pass on to their children, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, on lightsabers, how to make them, how to create them. Elijah gets in touch with them, forces their hand. Hey, man, come on. I need to learn this. I got a team we're trying to protect, and this, that, and third. Elijah forces his hand. He learns it. And he commits the first murder. He kills the guy after learning everything. He keeps it to himself. He goes back. He tells Zach. Zach says it stays between me and you. And little did they know, Kevin, you were right in the other room and you heard it all. And you're like, yo, Zach, you got to go.
So
You said we're going to keep this. You're going to keep this away?
I have a question. Does that make me Sith though? Like,
No. You heard it. You heard the conversation. You're like, no, you
I'm
gotta
just
go.
saying, and I'm just saying in all general that the way that it started off was, oh,
Yeah.
I'm doing the bad thing, but it's really Zach. Zach is really the person who's doing this, and now he got Elijah.
But in the eyes of them, you weren't agreeing with their rules.
So technically,
It's-
so that in my mind,
In your
I'm a
mind,
great
you're,
Jedi.
you're a great Jedi.
Okay.
But in the group of the
as
friends
long as
you
we got
grew
that
up
out
with,
the way.
the group of friends you grew up with, they look at you as a Sith because you didn't agree with them.
I ain't got nothing.
You see
to
what I'm
do
saying? So you're not really a Sith, but in their eyes, you're a Sith.
there. A box of chocolates.
Exactly. But your brother, oh, he's full blown Sith.
Yeah,
Like, he's full blown.
He crazy.
Elijah, he done killed the guy who created the damn lightsabers. He's full blown Sith.
Right.
Like he's deep in the game.
And at this point, only Elijah and Zach would know how to create the lightsabers.
Right. So they're the only two. So Elijah passes on the ability to a few other people, teaches them and everything how to create lightsabers. He starts selling them. And
For
he,
what price?
Huh?
What price though?
if we were talking American money, at first he starts out small. He's like, all right, I'm gonna do like 5,000.
That's small.
That's for a lightsaber? A real lightsaber? Hell yeah, that's small. Think you gotta think about what you could do with a damn lightsaber now.
$5,000 is still $5,000.
Yeah. Damn, boy. So he starts out small with 5,000. He does payment plans and everything like that. If you're late on it,
Payment plans.
if,
Let's stay in the fantasy world. Let's not bring America. Let's not bring the real life into
he's
this.
doing payment
Now
plans.
I'm upset. I don't want no payment plan.
He's doing
Yeah,
payment
no,
plans for
no.
lightsabers, but then he's also teaching them, all right, you get a lightsaber, doesn't mean you know how to fight with the lightsaber
So
correctly.
now I gotta teach you how
So
to
he,
fight.
so guess what? Pay me another $1,000. I'll teach you how to fight. Not $1,000 per session, $1,000 flat. So it's 6,000 altogether.
So are they traveling to these planets? Because you know that
Oh
the
yeah,
planets still have to
because
exist.
you left, you went to your own. You and your brother left. You went to your own one, right?
No, I mean this planets is finding the kyber crystals. That's what I mean.
You left and
Okay.
you went to go find these things. You never found them, but your brother did. You see what I'm saying? And then he taught Elijah, but he didn't tell you. He kept that shit to himself. You see how he's branching off more and more and more. He wants to do more. He wants to see more. He wants to be able to do a lot more. You found the ability. Hey man, I know how to jump light speed. Hey, I know how to do this.
Well, Lightspeed would have already still existed.
500 years in the future, they dropped all that stuff.
Why would they drop
They
it?
want to leave all that stuff behind. They
What?
don't want to do
I
nothing.
would only. The
They're
only thing I would
banishing.
drop.
Hey man, this is my story.
Well, you right.
This is my story.
I mean, but if I'm really involved,
I said
in
this is my
then-
story though. I said this is my story. So let me tell my story.
Oh,
I don't need you
my
to interrupt me every 3 minutes.
I'm just
Let me
trying to
tell my
get
story.
because I'm
Can
part
I
of the
tell my story?
He put me in the story.
And he's part of the story too.
Yeah, but he can't talk right now. I can
He's
talk.
literally talking.
Well, yeah. Oh, okay. No.
But why are we dropping Lightspeed?
Right. Why would you drop light? You need to
It's
know how to
it's
travel.
my story. It is what it is.
Okay.
Deal with it.
All
It
right.
sounds like a lame ass story. Dropping Lightspeed.
Well, who asked you? I don't recall asking Greg his opinion. I don't recall doing none of that. I recall telling my side of the story. That's what I recall telling.
Okay.
Matter of fact, now you know what? Greg's part of that first group that called you a Sith. Okay, so Greg's over here, right? He's hearing rumors about Eli and Zach over here making lightsabers and selling them, and $1,000 to teach people how to fight. So now Greg says, "Nah, I want in on this." So Greg decides, "Hey man, I got 20K right here. You're gonna give me all these lightsabers,
Okay.
and I got another 5,000. You're gonna teach me and other 4 of my top men how to fight." So he's like, "All right, cool. I'll teach you." He got nothing to lose. Now, is his intentions good? Hell no, they're not good. But he teaches them how to fight, but not everything. He teaches them how to use them, but not everything. But little did everybody know, Eli's hair is out. So it's hanging down, kind of like Anakin. He got that little dark fade right here in his eyes, kind of like Anakin. But now he's not trusting anything. He's looking at Zach and he's like, "Yeah, you say you're going to teach me how to be able to save people, but you haven't taught me that yet." He's like, yeah, in due time. So Eli's more and more, he's getting stronger and he's gaining ability. And Zach is too. Zach is really becoming a legend, just like you are, just like Greg is, because you guys were one of the people who really were young, learning about it, studying. So you guys know more than everybody else. You guys been reading, been doing the research, been doing all that. But your brother Zach over here been teaching him a lot of the negative stuff. Some of the positive things, but a lot of the negative things. Boy, you need to sit
Climbing.
Hi. So he's teaching him all this stuff. And Eli's like, "Well, I think teaching time is over." Goes into Zach's room, puts the lightsaber next to him, says, "Hey man, you left this in the living room." Sets it next to him, facing him, and just walks out the room.
Oh damn, he's about to die.
And he's like, "Zach," he's like, "Yeah, I just want to say thank you for everything you've done." And
Wait, we're not gonna get an epic battle, lightsaber battle.
he said it next to him,
Oh,
and he's like, I appreciate everything you've done. I think we need to go ahead and squabble this out because I feel like you're holding me back, and I can't be under you no more. So he's like, "All right, cool. We're not gonna waste time. Let's get it done now before we can reach for it." Elijah opens his hand, turns the lightsaber.
that's what I'm saying.
Goes
We're
right
not
through
gonna
him.
get an epic
It goes right through him.
lightsaber
He don't want no epic. He's already selling them.
We
He's
want
already
an epic
selling them.
lightsaber battle.
And that's what you want, but that's not what he wants. Turns it on real quick, turns it off real quick. Turns it back on real quick, turns it off real quick. It keeps shaking a little bit. Turns it back on, turns it back off. Turns it back on, turns it back. It just keeps moving. It's moving around. It's just
What kind of
stabbing
fight is
him
this?
all up.
Ooh.
And he walks out the room.
You mean
He
to tell
leaves
me
him.
that Zach couldn't sense the anger from his Padawan?
Listen, he could have, but like I said, Eli was so much more deeper into it. He wanted more. He was doing things already. He already killed somebody. Zach ain't killed nobody. This guy's already deeper in. He's already told you. He already has trust issues. He's not trusting nobody. He's looking at Zach like, "Hey man, this guy don't want something. He's hiding something from me." He's not going to approach him. He's not going to have no conversation. He just killed him. He knows how to make the lightsaber. Zach kind of does, but not really. Eli's the one who knows how to make them. So he has everything he needs. Anything else, he'll get it from somebody else, and he'll just kill them too. So he's taking his abilities and he's gaining them. So now he goes in there and says, "Hey, Zach died, and this is what happened. And well, we got to investigate. Go investigate. And they're dead too. Anybody's going to investigate, they're dying. And it's like, hey, what's going on? Hey man, they look too far in. I don't know what it is. They dead now. So now everyone's following Eli's
Ain't no
lead.
back
And then
tank for these
Kev hears about it. He hears about his brother's death. That same look on his face right now is the same look he has on his face when he hears about it. He's like, man, we don't know who did it. And Kev's just sitting there with that look he just had, which will freeze frame. And that look he had right there, he's like, you stupid MFers. You guys can't put two and two together. Who did it?
Right.
It's that little light-skinned boy right there. Eli's looking at you with a grin on his face like, man, I ain't do nothing. I'm with you. And he gives you, remember, he's selling them. He just gives you about 20 lightsabers. He's like, hey, man, look, you got to teach your team how to fight. I'm hearing rumors that these other planets are thinking about coming over here. They want to take over. They want to force their ways, which that's bound to happen. Yeah. Too many groups. It's bound to happen. So he's not lying, but his intentions ain't, well, just giving them to you. So he's giving them to you. You take them. Like, all right, okay. I mean, you were working with my brother, I guess. Little do you know, no, you owe me. So, y'all work together. You work things out. Elijah leaves. He takes, some of your men are disappearing.
Is he killing them or he's just
recruiting? He's recruiting.
Okay.
And, you're doing your ways. Greg is doing his ways. You two work things out, form a unit. All right. So now y'all don't want. You guys still bicker and disagree and fight. You guys have 3 epic fights. No one really got hurt. Kev did get a big scar across his chest. It just grazed him, but Kev has that scar. It just shows. He doesn't hide it. He has it out in the open. He's showing. He's like, yeah, I've been cut by a lightsaber, but hey, I'm still here.
Mine must have been off.
But Greg is over here saying there's no way he should have lived because it went across his chest. So Greg always believes that you use the ability to save yourself, or you taught someone how to save yourself.
Nah, that can't be right, Kevin.
Wait, but if it went across his chest, like it would. If it wasn't deep, it would have still scarred.
We all believe it just scarred. Greg is the one who did it. He knows it didn't scar. In his mind, he strongly believes it didn't scar, but he drops it. He leaves it alone. Little does anybody know, Kev did go to his brother Zach before he was murdered, and they did do the saving ability, which saved him. But he promised he'll always keep that thing to himself. He will deny it to the day he dies. And that's what he did. He denied it. But now his brother is dead, and he knows Eli did it. So now he's telling everybody, no, this is what really happened. And now Eli's like, oh, so you just going to rat out my master. Okay. Full blown.
He told him how to self-heal?
Yeah, Zach self-healed you.
Right. But Kevin is now telling everybody
that Zach did it after Zach passed.
Right.
After his pass, you have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
He's dead now.
Right.
They can't do anything to him.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
But because that's the only thing that
was banned. Remember, I told you that was banned. Remember, I said they weren't going to teach nobody that.
But if that's the only thing that Eli didn't know how to do, and now Kevin is out here saying, "This is how you do it. My brother did it. That's how I'm still alive."
Now that pissed him off because he felt like he knew there was something that wasn't taught.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
And now
Eli's full blown, no turning back Sith. Official. He has a reason. Oh, so you left your brother's side. You didn't want nothing to do with him. You did say, but you wanted nothing to do with him. You said you were done. You didn't like his ways. You didn't like Greg's ways. You were supposed to teach me everything, and I knew you were hiding something, and I was right. You deserve to die. So now he's full blown Sith. You try talking to him, but you already see it's over. He's gone.
Right.
And then you see in the background when he's walking away, he's going back to his ship. You see you and your men on there. You see the people that were under your brother's guidance are on there. And you're like, oh, yeah, we got a problem. And then he looks back. He looks back and says, those 20 lightsabers and those lessons I gave you need to get up off this planet.
Here's my thing. Can I add on to your story? Because I like it.
Yep.
I really like it.
Go ahead.
You killed my brother. I know you killed my brother. I'm gray, but that doesn't mean I'm not. That doesn't mean I'm peaceful. I'm getting mine.
And that so that fits perfect with what I just said. He told you to go off that planet. You said you're gonna get yours, and he looked at you and says, "Yeah, and you owe me, and you're not supposed to be here." So then you look at him, and you're like, "Little nigga, that don't mean anything to me." And, but then you didn't know that. Remember, you and your brother messing around with the whole squeezing, stopping people from breathing, everything like that. But he squeezes both of his hands. You're breathing. You're no.
I'll let you go ahead.
This is but this lets you know.
personally-
This lets you know his power, and you're like, oh, this is gonna be a fight. He squeezes both his hands. He makes you stop. He makes Greg stop. Greg's nowhere near you. Greg's all the way at home. He makes Greg stop breathing. He makes a few of your men around you stop breathing. You're like, wait, hold, what the hell? And you're like, no, okay, he can do the same things I can do. Wait, hold on. Wait, whoa! It makes you take a little step back, but it didn't change anything. You're still gonna do what you're gonna do. Oh, you're still gonna do it.
Okay.
But it made you realize, like, oh, I'm ready for this, but they're not. Greg is. The numbers don't match because who else did he teach? You see what I'm saying? So it's making you have to teach. That's how the first story ends.
Mm.
So that sets up everything else.
Mm.
Now I'm done. Now, since I'm done, F you for saying what you said. Okay. But I'm done with mine. So that's mine right there.
And real quick, Disney, you heard that story. It sounds 10 times better than anything you got going on. We're about to hear another story that's going to probably sound 10 times better. Just take this in. Give us a little bit of credit. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna steal these stories, by the way.
Is that what?
I'm gonna steal these.
Oh, yeah. She's going to steal these stories.
I need
So,
a story for school.
yeah, she does writing in school. It's pretty good.
Hey, that's fine.
So, Annabelle or Greg, do you want to go next?
For what?
Your own story, or we can talk about something else. You know,
Oh.
my story. I kind of want you to. Oh, Greg. Okay,
I don't have a story.
you don't have a story.
No.
Okay, I do have a story. This story, so this been like my thing since this takes place. Everybody's tired of the Skywalker saga, but like this takes place within the Skywalker saga that follows along the lines of like Order 66 happens. There's a Jedi who, and if you read the comics, there's this one part where Anakin is training, and he hurt one of the other Padawan that made fun of him. They made fun of him, and he had did something to them that got them hurt. Palpatine was standing with the Jedi Masters. He wasn't supposed to be there, but he was, and he noticed it. He saw it. Now there were other children, obviously, in the training room, and my thought was I'm one of those, or the character would be one of those children that didn't cause a problem with Anakin, but wanted to be friends with him.
Okay.
So they both grow up in their own ways, still kept close as as they
So is
do.
this like a what if scenario?
It's like a what if, but it also kind of or a different view from all the other stories. So you know how
Okay.
we have the Clone Wars show where they show different point of views of other Jedi. This one, and then also Jedi Fallen Order and Fallen Order. This one would be that this Jedi and his master, they do investigations. So something crazy happens.
Okay.
Whoa, something crazy happens, and then they go out and go check, like investigate. So this one particular time, when I forgot the clone that found out about the chip.
Oh,
Fives?
Fives.
I
Yeah,
want
it
to say
was
fives.
Fives.
So but then who was the one that tried to get Anakin and Rex to hear him out? I forgot which
it was
character. That was.
five.
Oh, that was Fives.
I'm pretty sure it was five. Yeah,
Oh, it was Fives.
it was.
Okay,
Fives.
okay. So
Remember, they didn't find Echo again.
yeah,
the,
until after the whole thing
yeah.
was over. So this will take place within that era where Fives is murdered. Palpatine kind of wants to keep it under wraps, but the Jedi that we'll call him Jay Wynn. I don't know, because why not? Oh,
Oh my gosh.
okay. Stay still. Stay still. All right, we gotta push that back. Annabelle, can you please go push it back? It's saved by the TV stand. Yeah, saved by the TV stand. We gotta put it back on its feet. Put the spool. Yeah, make it lean back. There we
So
go.
are you in your story, right? Because I missed that part.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you including the last three?
No. This is something totally different
He's
because
doing a what?
because Greg, yeah, I'm doing what if
Oh,
because
you're
Greg
doing a
said he
what if?
doesn't have it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's doing a what?
So pretty much this takes place in still in the Skywalker saga.
Okay.
There's a comic where Anakin is in a training session. Palpatine is in the crowd with them, and there's one of the other Jedi, other Padawans said something to Anakin. Anakin he did something to that Padawan.
Okay.
Jing Wen is the name of the Padawan that becomes friends with Anakin, and throughout their course or whatever, them growing up or whatever, they still keep in touch. Jing Wen and his master, they do investigations that the council had specifically set out for them. They don't have a big fleet of clones, but they still have clones nonetheless.
Mhm.
So, in the Clone Wars series, they found out about the chip in the head that
Yeah.
causes Order 66.
Yeah.
So, Jing Wen and his master are set out to investigate it under wraps.
Okay.
And so what happens is they take they're far out. They're very far out. And this kind of also leads into Back 2 for Galaxy's Edge. This all within my mind when they created that part. I was like, "Oh, this is a great story."
Okay.
All right, so as they're on their way back with all the information that they had of finding out what it is that causes the clones to snap,
Yeah.
to turn on them. As that happens, Palpatine is calling out, execute Order 66. So Jing Wen is in the I guess like the training room on the ship. He's practicing his lightsaber moves, or with the not swords, but the bamboo swords.
Yeah.
He's practicing with that. He senses something off, just like everybody else that is tied into Anakin sensed something was wrong. He sensed something off, and he goes to get his master. His master's not picking up on the comm. Order 66 is put out to do,
Mhm.
and he's in the hallway. He senses something wrong that the clones are trying to chase after him. He deflects them or whatever, gets into a hiding crawl space. His master is in the room locked up so that way he can't get caught. But he winds up meeting with his master. His master's like, all right, we got to crash the ship because we know what's happening. And the only way to stop it is to take the chips out. But the order has been passed, obviously, because they're attacking us. So his master said, I'm going to go to the engine room to blow it up. You get to escape pods.
Yeah.
And protect it, though. So that way I can get there. So they split off. They go do what needs to be done. Unfortunately, his master isn't able to make it. So if you saw or played the game Fallen Order,
Yeah.
it's similar to that. But Jing Wen makes it to the escape pod. His master can't make it. So he defeats all the clones that were getting close to the pod. But because he messed up the engine room, it gets because they're in light speed going back to tell the council. I forgot to mention that. They're on light speed to get back to the council. Light speed, because the engine blows up, gets out of light speed, and they're near Batuu. So they crash land onto Batuu.
Okay.
Jing Wen gets in the escape pod and he survives. And because of what happened, he also got the message from Obi-Wan saying, do not come back. So at this point, his lightsaber is busted, whatever. So he's trying to do his own thing, staying low. Nobody's on Batuu yet because Batuu is far out. Then now here comes the I guess the rest of the clones that were coming out to check on certain areas where last location.
Mhm.
So he realizes what's going on and he needs to escape the planet. So he knows all the tricks to avoid them. His specialty, or not specialty, but what he likes to do, he likes to make little trinkets of like little bombs, just like little exploding bombs, but like real small, not small, but small enough where he can fit it in his pouch. So whenever he's fighting somebody, he might
Throw one. Yeah.
and on them, and it's not noticeable. So whenever he's and he backs up, he gives enough space. He then uses the force, boom, catching him off guard. So that's his own little trick. He uses that to get on one of the ships that was there to go to this planet. Now I'm making this planet up. I don't think it exists, but whatever. This planet on the surface is ice, but in the like in the inner
Like Hoth or something else.
like center of the earth type thing. So like
Okay.
yeah, well okay, yeah. So the top of the planet is like cold, like ice cold, but like inside the planet is warm, like pretty much like the center of the earth. Like there's vegetation and all that, and people live there,
okay.
and it's not that far off from the area where Yoda had stationed himself on after all this. But he's living there now. He meets this family, and one of the because he goes to like this little marketplace or whatever. He meets this family, that one of them, they just left Mandalore. So they left Mandalore right before the attack of Mandalore, the last one with Ahsoka and all them before they came there. They left right before that battle started. So they crashed. They start selling their stuff right there, and every time Gene Wen goes to there, he's always sense pulled, or like his senses always pulls him towards that specific shop and just find all the like weird trinkets in there.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know why, but like, whatever. So the whole time he's been living just in the forest, he needs an actual place to stay. Unfortunately, one of the guys that lived there, an old man, has his own little not a hut, but like a home that tunnels all the way down to where he's building a ship. So whenever he wants to leave off, he can. And so Gene Wen catches wind of that information, knows he passed away. He goes to live there. Bless you. He goes there to live there. And so he goes back every now and then back to that family. Now, there's a woman or a young girl around his age that lives there who is Mandalorian herself. She's not part of the family, but her father had asked take her off planet because something weird is about to happen. So he goes there every day to see her, and he's always just pulled towards the stuff. So he finally grabs all the stuff. He still has his kyber crystal. It's just lightsaber just doesn't work. So he takes it apart and puts it in. And this is what my lightsaber would have been built at Galaxy's Edge when I go there. It's no longer going to be an elemental because it looks retarded. But when they first came out with the elemental
No
lightsaber,
subtlety at all.
yeah.
Oh,
Just
man.
take it. Y'all just
Yeah.
have to take it, Disney. Y'all like, what are y'all doing? Why'd y'all? Anyway,
Nah, Kev, it's all cool. It's Disney. They don't need any more
yeah,
shout outs.
right,
Multi-million-dollar company.
right. So the way they had like this cool ring or tooth, and that you could put on the hilt of your lightsaber.
Right.
And I'm thinking, oh, that's cool because whenever you fight somebody, you don't have to pull out your lightsaber and you just use the tooth because it's still sharp enough.
Mhm.
It's still sharp enough to cut at people. So technically, you don't need to draw your blade. You can just use the hilt. If you see older videos on YouTube of the elemental lightsaber build, you'll get an idea of what the lightsaber is and why my mindset went to that. So he builds his lightsaber. Wait, what happened?
No, nothing. The light went out, so I just
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought.
no.
Hey, my bad. So he
Focus, Kev. Focus.
right. So he builds it. Now this planet. Now the what are they called? The people that Inquisitors. Now Inquisitors are starting to branch out and check each planet.
Okay.
They come to this planet, and he has to like conceal his so that way nobody senses him.
All right, so I got a question.
Go
So,
ahead.
are the events of Order 66 still happening in your story the way they
It happened the way it happened. It happened the way it happened. Exactly the way it happened. This is just another point of view
Okay.
from.
Okay.
This is on him.
Because it affected everybody. So this is just on another part that they didn't talk about, didn't show.
Right.
Is what
So this
okay.
would be like a side story
Right.
to the main story.
Right.
that is still affecting.
Right.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right.
So,
Just wanted to clarify.
oh yeah, definitely. This so if you ever saw the 7th season of Clone Wars, just think of it like that. Like
Well,
there's
not even 7th season of Clone Wars. They could have seen the first season of the Bad Batch, and that would have been
the
pretty
first
close.
season of Bad Batch. So like in just
That is true. But
different
I never
things.
seen that. I'm just gonna say that is true.
That is true.
What
He
That is
agrees
true.
but never saw. So
What?
what if Greg?
is
wrong.
wrong with
Well,
you?
you backed it up already, so I know it's right.
Okay,
So
well,
yeah.
But still, I'm sorry. I just need to address this real quick.
Yeah.
You have not seen the first season.
This
of The
has
Bad
nothing
Batch?
to do with his what if.
I know it doesn't have anything to do with his what if, but we need
It
to
doesn't,
address
but
this.
it could. I mean, I don't know. It's like
No,
Oh,
it
no,
has
this
nothing to do
is
with
very
it.
important.
yeah, it is.
How have you
important.
not seen it?
I
It's
have
Bad
I have
Batch.
not seen a lot of things. I have not seen a lot of things.
Okay, so
Oh,
when
yeah, we
make our
know.
list. I don't want to catch any hatred from the left
Exactly.
corner here.
What list? What list did you ever catch hatred from me from?
How about that we never put what was it, Rogue One,
Rogue
at
One.
the top of our list, and we caught that.
You didn't even have it on your list
ICL.
at all.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point.
You see
That
what's
is a good
going on
point.
here? Do you see what's
That
going
is
on?
a good
It
point.
doesn't.
That is a fair
The
point.
list was supposed to be what movies were meant for you.
Yeah, but
they
he,
did
but
for
Greg,
you.
Greg even mentioned that he forgot, and
He
he meant to
forgot.
put it on the list.
No,
He
that's
did.
true.
He
That's true.
forgot, but it
I did
obviously didn't mean anything to him because
No,
it wasn't on
actually,
his list.
but he actually said he forgot. He said he wanted to put it on the list.
I would have put it on the list.
So
That's
I don't
why
even want to
didn't
hear
put
that from you, Kev.
I had it at number 4, so I'm practically fine.
This has nothing to do with your what if. Why? Are you
I know it
talking
has
about-
nothing to do with what if. So I just let me. Yeah, so it takes Order 66 happened, but this is from a different point of view, from another Jedi, cause like Kalen Jarro, like he had his own point of view in Order, in the Bad Batch, the young boy, Kalen Doom, whatever the first episode of Bad Batch.
Now that I probably have seen something of that.
Right,
Because as
which
soon as
is
you said the
another
name, I knew that.
in Rebels,
Right,
right?
that
Yes.
one.
When you said the name, I knew exactly what you were
Yeah,
talking
so
about.
like in the first season of Bad Batch, they got to see his master fight off against the clones and him running off or whatever. So so like there's different angles of what happened on Order 66.
Dude, that's a whole other scenario
That's
right
a
there
whole
because
different-
his master has so many different
Yeah.
side stories and
Yeah.
ways that she actually died. I've lost count.
Yeah, I guess the canon.
One scenario she's killed by Grievous. The other one she's killed by clones. Another one she's killed by Mace Windu. I've lost count.
Yeah, so I mean, at this point, I think what they want to stick with is what's on Bad Batch because that kind of leads into Rebels and whatever. They're trying to connect
This
everything.
is mind blowing.
Yeah,
I
so-
cannot believe that.
Yeah. So, my story. So after a while, he gets used to being on the planet. He builds his lightsaber, his new lightsaber. Now the Inquisitors are coming. He knows about this ship. After taking the home of the guy that used to live there, he took ownership of the home, the droids that lived that was on the farmland or whatever, and the underground that leads into the ship that he was working on.
Yeah.
So now, the ship wasn't done, but he ordered the robots to finish building the ship, and it looks great. It's so not the Millennium Falcon, but like this little small ship, like that people know. Like if you don't know, there's a smaller ship that connects to the Millennium Falcon. Like that spot, that open space of the Millennium Falcon,
Mhm.
is supposed to be a ship connected into it. So it's similar to that type of ship, the smaller piece, not the bigger piece. Anyway, so the ship is done, ready to go off whenever he wants to. Now, the Inquisitors start coming to the planet. The cool thing about this is they can't see where he is, but they leave that black droid that always just wanders around. I forgot what they call that droid. That always just lingers around the search when people didn't notice them. So
I'm not even sure what droid you're talking about.
the one that's on Hoth and Star Wars Strike Back. That black one, that one that goes out and that one.
Okay. Okay.
So-
yeah, that
Okay.
one. That one.
the octopus looking thing.
Right, that one. So they the Inquisitor kind of goes back to the surface.
Looking one.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I mean, so the Inquisitor goes back to the surface.
Fell on his head.
The octopus looking one. Hey.
That's literally the first thing that came to mind. I was like, oh yeah, the one that looks like a flat-headed octopus.
That's wild.
Hey, no one said we were experts.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
we
You gotta
know.
remember what you can remember.
Right. And so the Inquisitor goes back up to the surface. Remember, it's ice. But they called in to Darth Vader because on specific findings, Darth Vader always comes out. Like with Ahsoka, he's like, okay, let's go to that.
He
that-
showed up.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this one is tied into him because he remembers this. He remembers Jing-Wen, the specific Jedi. So his ship comes and whatever. So the owner, the family that owns that little shop or whatever in town, used to be a Jedi a good while ago, but left the order because he felt like they weren't following what they were preaching. So he notices it and he says to Jing-Wen, let's call her name Shu. Right? He tells Shu is the Mandalorian girl. He tells Jing-Wen to take Shu off planet because he senses what? I don't know. Shu.
Shu.
I don't know the Mandalorian names.
What's her first name? Ha.
Shoot.
First name is Shu. First, last name Shu.
Oh, so like Madonna, only one name.
We're worrying about names here. Like I'm actually shocked. I remember Jing-Wen. Like that's crazy. So
Genuine?
yeah, Jing-Wen. Jing-Wen.
Okay. Sorry.
Yes,
I said genuine. I said the wrong name.
Oh, see, look at that. It's
The
shenanigans.
Can't hear it. No, I have headphones on. Okay. Anyway.
It doesn't matter. I know it's there. The shenanigans. I thought it was wild word. Anyway, that's wild word. All right. So Anakin comes. Darth Vader's up on his ship. There are a couple of Inquisitors that are already on the planet because now they're gonna just go down and check it out. So they go back to the town where the family that owns the little shop, and they like, "Are you sure there are no Jedi left here?" And start questioning him. And so the owner of the shop, I don't know his name. Let's just say.
I don't have time for your behavior. You staying or you don't? Which one?
So he says, I don't know where they are. But as he's saying that, he's reaching down to get ready to grab his lightsaber. So a little fight breaks out. Boom, they start fighting. At this time, Jing-Wen and Shu are making their way back to the house to get on the ship to fly out of here. As they're getting closer, he notices that some of the clones are at his station at his house, and he didn't want to get into any trouble with them, so he tried to go the longer way. But there was another Inquisitor that would have noticed that, so they stayed there. They're hiding within the trees. There's trees that leads up. So like, think of it like a cave. Up above is the surface, which is where the ice is at, and in the middle is like cave, like rock, like, and then down below where they are in the middle is like long trees or whatever, just vegetation. So they're hiding within the trees. He senses them, the Inquisitor, and tells Shu to continue on this path towards the house. It'll take you towards the back of it, so that way you can sneak in and get inside the house. And then there should be a droid waiting for you to take you to the ship, get it prepped and ready to go. He gets out. He senses the Inquisitor in the tree. He takes a deep breath in and then just explodes out the force. Like, you know how like a force push. You know, like in the game Fallen Order. This is all off of Fallen Order. This been the story in my head since
Fallen Order
2019.
mentioned.
So I mentioned, like, this is like the third time that I mentioned it.
Nah, it's like the
I
fourth.
wasn't paying attention.
Oh, you said, yeah.
I've lost count.
She wasn't paying attention. Anyway,
Cal Kestis mentioned.
Kyle Bartholomew
Raincoat Kestis.
Raincoat Kestis. That guy. Anyway, it's a
Trivia question. If you had to guess Kev's favorite game, Star Wars game, what would it be?
The last one that came out.
Survivor. Yeah, I love Survivor. Fallen Order was great, but I like Survivor, and I can't wait for the sequel. Anyway, he force pushes out, and the
Wait,
Inquisitor.
Survivor was the sequel. Wouldn't the third one not be the sequel, but the Beyond the sequel? I'm sorry. I'm
The
sorry.
threequel.
Whatever they call the third movie that comes out after the second one, a sequel.
The threequel. It's the third thing. so
Why are
it's
we
the
worrying
threequel.
about what do they call? What's that? The evil laugh? I can't tell.
You're taking too long.
I'm taking too long. I had.
How long have you been talking?
How long have I been talking?
2 hours.
It felt like it.
Yeah, it does.
kidding.
You're
There was-
breaking this piece
there
by
was-
piece.
there was a
I
whole-
give summarizations. You're
We are
just
getting some
you're covering the
Andor
whole
quality
The
thing.
shenanigans.
Is the what if it's supposed to like you break it down a little
The
bit? You know what I'm saying?
shenanigans.
Like you're not supposed to say all the whole thing.
Y'all have to understand the story.
Yeah, well, why
But
could you
you're
just say
also,
it
like,
branched off
describe-
from
you're-
this? But you're
you're
breaking it down
describing, like,
every single
little
clip.
scene.
That's why.
Yeah.
You gotta skip a little bit, man. I skipped a little bit. Remember I said, "Oh yeah, y'all grew up," and I said that. Like, I kind of skipped. Don't get back
think
down.
the
I
only-
was
I think the only
interrupted.
thing
I was
that-
interrupted.
Here comes the black bear.
I was interrupted.
Here comes the black bear.
I was
He went from being a
interrupted.
teddy bear to a black bear. Here,
I was interrupted,
Oh,
okay?
here he comes.
Okay,
Uh-uh.
so let me.
Is the voice gonna go high pitched?
'cause-
Find out now.
Oh my God. Okay, so
You didn't teach in your own show.
I'm not gonna do this. Okay, I'm a professional. Okay.
The Chihuahua comes out.
And we've gone high pitched.
The shenanigans. All right. I'm about to get to an epic fight scene.
Yeah, but
Stop interrupting
To
me.
win.
Now, if you people would just
it took us to
I
say
mean,
something
Kev, at
for you
this
to
point,
get to
you
it.
haven't. The only thing you've left out is
How
what you
long
had
has he
for
been
breakfast.
talking? Like,
About 40 minutes.
yeah,
Decades
give or take. I
probably.
mean, I made sure mine was under at least 20. Like, damn.
that was definitely not under.
Yeah, it
me,
was
so-
under 20.
No, that wasn't under 20, bro.
No,
That
it
was
was
like
not.
that was
Listen,
that was like a
listen,
half
listen.
hour, 40 minutes.
This is gang up on Kevin. All right, this is
I know
not,
it's gang up on Kev, but we're also doing our research here.
Wait, why didn't you go?
That is
because he didn't have a story.
I did not have.
He didn't have a story, and I said I did have a
Damn it,
story, and
Craig.
that's why I kind of wanted to. Yeah, the shenanigans. So, as I was saying, he force pushes the Inquisitor comes out. They have an epic lightsaber battle where they fight up along the trees to get up. He wins whatever.
Mhm.
Now, Darth Vader.
Clang.
Darth Vader comes down from his ship. Yeah,
Like
see-
how he does in all his little clips in the movies. Like
Right.
how he comes. Yeah, okay.
yeah. So he comes down from a ship.
Not from a speeder.
He's too stiff to be on the speeder, right?
Is
Hmm?
it? though?
You
Yeah,
never
not
know. It's a
really.
what if, right?
He could
so
do-
maybe he could do a speeder.
He could have changed it up, low key.
This Darth
Maybe
He
Vader.
could-
would.
he
He would be low key though.
Bro,
he
maybe
would
he
do
came
shit
in on
low
a
key,
tauntaun
Yeah.
this time.
just to throw people off. Make sure they're on point.
Maybe I don't know. In my head, he came down his
But yeah,
little
was he
ship.
saying none of shit?
Maybe
Alright.
he had a jetpack.
Okay, maybe. So now
Wow.
Darth Vader had a
That
jetpack.
jetpack.
You never know,
I
Yeah,
mean,
That is wild.
it could probably happen.
bro. He had magnets in his boots, in his actual boots. Maybe he had
Oh.
jet boots. You never know.
Yeah.
It's a what if, right?
Wait, he had magnets in his boots?
Yes, he
Mhm.
did actually have magnets in
Yeah.
his boots.
What the?
Look it up.
Mm-hmm.
Look it up.
Technically,
He had
magnets in his-
electromagnets in his
yeah,
boots.
because
that could
I mean, he
control
doesn't
with
really
his
have
belt.
any feet.
Oh
So-
yeah, you're
Yep.
right.
Oh.
He's limitless.
Oh, damn. Damn. Okay.
So, Gene makes it to his ship, but he realizes Darth Vader came down. They can't get off planet because he knows he's gonna have to fight Darth Vader.
Yeah.
So now, for those who's out there, Gene Wen doesn't die, but it doesn't mean he beats Darth Vader. Like Darth Vader isn't him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the fight is epic. It's crazy. Gene Wen.
I'm on the edge of my seat right now.
Gene Wen. Oh, I would explain how the fight goes down, but you guys said I'm taking forever. So,
Heady work.
well, you know, if you really want to hear it, it's
Wait
actually
for the book to come out.
Yep. Wait for the book to come out. I want to do a comic. So, anyway,
Oh,
You gonna
Lord.
remember this by then?
I'm definitely.
Are you
Oh,
sure?
Annabelle
That's
is gonna be a 20.
That's a
Annabelle.
tell
Annabelle. This movie scene has been in my mind since 2019 when they created Galaxy's Edge. It's now 2025.
6
Bro.
years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Goddamn.
So whenever I get
You've
to
been
the
waiting for
book,
this moment.
I've been waiting for this moment to get it out there, and I'm leaving out parts because
Oh, you've been you've
Well,
been
no,
leaving
you should leave out parts
parts.
because you're making a book. That
Yeah.
makes sense then.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like.
So you're going to
making
spoil the whole
spoilers.
thing in a YouTube
Yeah.
video instead of a book?
Yeah.
well, in
No,
case
no,
that
no, no,
somebody
no.
else wants to
I'm
make
making
it.
sense now. Now I'm making sense.
Yeah.
So you're about
Yeah.
to tell the whole story on YouTube and you want to have a book. Come on, bro.
Well, you know, if somebody picks it up,
How dare you?
There'll be copies sold. All you gotta do is like really put Star Wars in the title, and they're gonna pick it up.
Yeah,
They're definitely gonna pick it up.
yeah. So the gist of him getting away from Darth Vader is because remember he likes to use his little trinkets,
They
the
use
little
that, like,
bombs.
little bombs.
Yeah, so he tosses on Darth Vader throughout the fight, and when he knows he's about to lose, but he can still make it out of there, he triggers him. Boom, 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 boom. He gets
Kind of like a smoke bomb, but not a smoke bomb.
Right.
But like
something.
a distraction.
Distraction. So
Okay.
that Darth Vader is like off his rocker or whatever. He gets to the ship, flies off planet. Him and Shu become, a family. They create little Mandalorians, and now he's a bounty hunter. And him and his little, his child, they go out and do bounty hunting stuff and all that. It's actually a great story that I will
Save for the book, bro.
save for the book. Yeah, and it all is because I thought of my little Bell. So, all right.
Right.
So there you go. That's my story. I know Greg said he doesn't have a story, but Greg or Annabelle, if you want to talk anything Star Wars, because that's what we're doing here,
Can I just go back on something there?
go back.
So you're talking about a fight with like Darth Vader in the
And
suit.
suit Darth Vader. Order 66 happened, right?
No, that bit I get.
Right.
But
So, like,
technically,
wait,
Anakin
technically
was
he
Vader
just-
during Order 66.
I was gonna say that.
So that's why I'm asking.
No. When
We're
Order
talking post Mustafar Vader.
post Mustafar,
Okay.
because remember in Star Wars Clone Wars season 7, at the end of it,
No,
Ahsoka-
I remember it
he
vividly.
comes to the planet. He's already in his
right, but this was also after time had already elapsed.
That
though.
time,
Quite a
yeah,
bit of
that's
time.
technically
so is
what
your
the
story like right after he got in the suit, or
It-
is it like
it's
time has passed?
time has passed.
Okay.
But the Inquisitors are still checking
Okay,
them out,
you know
and this is
what?
all based
I
off of the
actually do
comments
have
that I
an
also
easier-
read.
Okay, so you know what? I was actually going to question your little pocket bomb maneuver, but you know what? If we're talking right after Vader fresh in the suit, I can
You can go
believe
with
that
that.
because
Yeah.
he's not used to his body yet.
Mm-mm.
Right.
So you know what?
That works.
That works. I'm good with that. Now, if we're talking like
2-3 years.
2 or 3 years in the suit, I wouldn't have bought that.
No.
at all.
This is
I would have been like, yo, Vader would have just like powered right through that and been like, you know,
this is like maybe
Yeah, they
maybe
would've
like
died.
7-8
he would have
months.
yanked that shit right out of orbit. You know.
Yeah. This is about like 7-8 months after.
Okay, I
Yes,
can.
he's still a rookie to
alright,
the suit.
alright.
Yeah.
I can dig that.
And the story it's just following Jing Wen and his now family as they bounty hunt. Not
Honestly,
using
that's the bit that kind of ruined the story for me.
being a bounty hunter.
No, the whole happy ending.
It's not technically having ending. There's more to it because then he again meets up.
And they all lived happily
And
ever
then
after.
they again
with
meet
their
up with
bounty
Darth
hunter
Vader
babies.
now
Later on.
at his prime.
Okay.
So like it continues on. Like there's even a bit where he takes place in helping get Grogu off of whatever planet. To then that's how we meet Grogu and the Mandalorian.
I mean, is there at least dismemberment in the book of any kind?
There's all, but I can't explain it now.
Oh yeah.
It's in the
you can't-
book.
you
It's
can't
in the book.
Explain dismemberment.
So is this book
Why
actually going to
can't you?
happen, or are you
That's-
just teasing
well,
the
like-
viewers?
Wait.
It could be a tease or it could be a thing. I want to open up a comic book store and I want to do some stuff like this. If Disney sees this, maybe they, or
Bro,
Marvel.
Disney doesn't
Marvel.
need more
If
business.
Marvel sees this, not
Yeah,
if
it's
Still owned
Marvel.
by Disney.
Well, true, but if Marvel sees it, they still get a little bit of.
Is
Yeah.
saying it?
And now they got Warner Brothers.
Netflix
what?
has Netflix
Hold
has
on,
Warner
what?
Brothers.
No.
Netflix,
Hold on, what?
not
Hold on,
Disney,
no.
not Disney.
No.
I wanted a response.
No.
I wanted the response.
No.
I wanted it. I wanted you. I looked right at you,
Hold-
Kev, when I said it.
Excuse me for what I'm about to say, but are you fucking serious?
No, he's not.
No.
No,
that's
it's
why I
not
looked at
serious.
Kev when I said it. I was like, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him.
It's like,
No.
no.
Now I gotta look this up when I get
No.
home.
Seriously,
No.
Disney has nothing to do with it.
No,
It's
Oh,
Netflix.
it's
thank
just
God.
Netflix. It's
It's
just
just
Netflix.
Netflix.
Thank God. That is like the last piece of my childhood I still hold dear
Oh,
that
Lord.
not owned by Disney.
Oh man.
Netflix owns it. But that's my story, and no, it could be a
I got
teaser, but
heart
I actually would like to write this up.
Why
So
would you do that? That's not nice.
it's
I
not.
thought we were ganging up on Kev. Hold
see,
on.
you see the shenanigans. That's what's happening.
That's shenanigans.
Yeah, because it is shenanigans, and I'm not gonna.
I don't know what you're
So
talking about, bro.
anyway,
I don't know either.
Any
Anyway,
Bay?
anyway,
Anyway.
Who is
Annie
Annie
Bay.
hey, I said anyway.
That's an old
Eddie
timer name.
Bay. Yeah.
Annie Bay.
I think it is. Or I wouldn't know. Anyway, Annabelle
Enunciate.
or Greg, which one? Like, it doesn't have to be a story, but Star Wars. Annabelle has been playing Jedi Fallen Order recently.
Ooh.
She
Okay.
played.
She got a story.
She played Survivor, and then she's like, "Well, I want to know what's going on all this in the beginning." And I said, "It's a whole trip piece." So she went back.
I
and
mean, I
played-
wouldn't call it a trip piece, but
Well-
it was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
It's a lot.
Yeah. So
Well, yeah, it's a lot to take in.
yeah. So would you, Annabelle, like to get in on talking about Jedi
Makes
Fallen
you not
Order?
even paying attention.
Uh,
Hear a word you said.
no, because
A story over here. A story over here.
Hey, do we got a story? Do we got a what if from you?
wait, no, I was listening to his story. I just wasn't yours. Yours kind of
It's-
boring.
Well,
Oh,
I mean, because like you were
Dang.
taking too long. And
whoa. Now that is.
the shenanigans.
I'm just saying you're taking a little too long. Okay.
That's why I work.
Wow.
It be,
From the daughter.
it be your own people. It be your own people.
Yo.
She forgot we going to Disney World, so it's all
What?
good. Yeah. Yeah, box of chocolates. Anyway,
Oh, this is a can of worms. This
With-
ain't a box
with-
of chocolate.
Hearing
With
him
anybody-
say box of chocolates after what happened yesterday.
No, bro, after what happened on Friday,
yeah, Friday, yeah,
Friday.
I had
Oh.
him yelling in every tone besides what could be heard by humans. I think he went dolphin for a second.
Hey man, listen, yeah, that's why I work. We're talking about Star Wars here. What
Can't
where we
believe
going?
Dog
chocolate.
was
You
a-
can't
use my line. That's my line. Don't use my line.
It is
He
my
can't
line.
use my line.
You
Greg
can't
can use my
use
line.
It's
He used my line, Greg. He can't use my line.
That's
That's
my
my
line.
line.
That's
Only
my
I can
line.
use that.
Listen,
You can't use it against me. That's
You have to-
mine. Oh, mine.
You have to
Mine.
understand. You have to understand. When a person says a line and
Dog
other
whistle.
people say it, it's kind of like
Chihuahua came
what's
out.
going on here? It's like there's an order that's
Taco
had,
Bell, we
and
have a
when
friend
other
who's
people
willing to
use
be
your
the,
line, that's
Taco
when it
Bell
becomes a
Chihuahua
problem.
dog if
It
you're,
becomes a problem.
interested.
My line is, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what
I
you're
want
gonna
to see your
get.
trademark though.
The trademark
I want
is
to see the
with
trademark. Chris, is that fair?
Forrest Gump.
It's fair enough.
It doesn't have to be a publicized trademark.
So you're stealing lines from Tom Hanks, is what you're saying.
And Tom Hanks, sir, we can make a T-shirt. Box of
It's
chocolate.
gonna take a lot
When-
of fabric.
When people go in, when people are complaining about some box of chocolates. When life gives you lemons and you can't make lemonade, box of chocolates. You know what I'm saying? So it's something I say that nobody else says, and he's used it in a good way. Like it was like a good timing type thing. But it was like that's my line. You can't
Are you
use my
still
line.
centered on your scale?
I am centered on my scale, and I will not let anybody.
You weren't centered on Friday.
No.
What
very
are we
He was
talking
off
about
his
here?
rocker.
Annabelle, would you like to talk about Star Wars Fallen Order?
Sure.
Take it away from the
Uh,
mouth of a babe.
While Kenneth finds
It's a
his
really
center.
good game. I don't know. Yeah, it's a really good game. It's fun. It's irritating, very much. Especially the character Kyle Bartholomew Raincoat Kestis.
That's the name that we gave him.
I'm coming
because
for you.
The many times that this game always messes you up and you fall.
Yeah.
Why are you falling? When you die, when you lose against one like an opponent that's like, no, it shouldn't take me this long. So we came up with a thing where we gave him a middle name, Bartholomew, and then she came up with another middle name last night. Raincoat?
Raincoat.
Yeah. So Kyle Bartholomew Raincoat Kestis. And his name isn't even Kyle.
Bartholomew?
Yeah.
Bartholomew.
He's part donkey. Is that what you're saying?
Bartholomew. Isn't that what do they call Flash? The Impulse, that Flash.
Flash,
I have
100
no
Guard
idea what you're talking
Dash.
about.
Yes.
From the Flash, like the comic series. Isn't it?
I thought you were talking about Zootopia.
Oh no. No, his name is Flash. No.
That's what she sounds like. Yeah, that's right.
It's wild work. Anyway, there's just watch Young Justice, you'll see. But
Young
his
Justice
name
Merchant.
is Bartholomew. That's
Really?
actually
Oh,
Barry's
right,
name.
Bart.
Barry's name
Is
is
Bartholomew?
yeah, Bartholomew.
It is it?
That's his middle name.
Oh.
That's Barry's middle name, but the speech that comes from the future to be around him, his name is Bart, and it's short for Bartholomew.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah. Now you know. Anyway,
I don't know. Luckily, I need assistance.
The game is crazy. It's fun. It's exciting.
Bro, how about the puzzles in that game?
Yeah,
The puzzles,
Bro,
I want to throw the whole thing out.
those puzzles.
I paid for it, so she can't.
I just want to throw it out.
Those puzzles.
Sometimes I'd have decisions like how to beat this thing, and sometimes it
So
would help.
where are you at in the game right now? Let's start.
Kai Shack, the one with the Wookiees on it.
Oh, I can't pronounce that. Oh wait,
Kashyyyk.
when is
Kashyyyk.
Kashyyyk?
Oh yeah.
When does he builds the
Oh,
the
she's
other-
about halfway through, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, I know that level. Yeah, there's a lot of
and
there's
you meet the what's the Wookiee's name? The one that
To I forgot.
because this is the first time that Cal meets Saw Gerrera, and like in the beginning of landing on
I haven't
Kashyyyk.
played in so long.
Oh
So
well,
I'm-
this is the
I'm
first
just-
time he meets Saw Gerrera, and this is the first time we see Saw before Rogue One and before. Well, actually, it's a lie because this game came out after the Clone Wars, but
Yeah.
still, nonetheless, it's the first time we actually see Saul as I want to say Forrest Whitaker, but I know that's not his name. What's his name? The actor that plays the guy that has a lazy eye. And,
That's Forrest Whitaker.
oh, okay, I was right. Oh, look at that. I'm not normally good with names. Ask them. I'm not good with names.
He's horrible.
I'm
with names.
horrible with names.
He's horrible at pronouncing names too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he once called Denzel Washington something else.
I called
Was it
Denzel.
Danzel?
No, I called. Why would I get his name confused? I said.
Oh yeah, he
Sigourney-
called him Black Panther.
Black Panther?
Now you know that's a lie, bro. I
Where'd
would
you
never
get that from?
Ask him. I never called Denzel Black.
He's like,
Panther. That's
you know the guy. He was in Training Day. You
weird.
know,
Yeah, Training Day.
yeah, Black Panther. I was like, what?
No, I never
it's not
said
the
that.
same actor, man.
Yeah,
It's not the
and
same
matter
guy.
of fact, out of all the videos, you can tell that's a lie because I never. Anyway, I know Denzel. I messed up and said Sigourney. I pronounced
unless it's a
Sigourney.
female actress,
I
then he
messed up-
remembers their name.
I messed up
perfectly.
Sigourney Weaver's name. I don't
No,
know
I
what
messed
I-
that name up plenty of
Sigourney.
times. No,
Yeah.
yeah, that one I messed up before.
Sigourney
How do you
Weaver.
mess that up?
It's not a common name to
Yeah,
hear.
No, it
It's
is
so-
not.
So,
Too
and
many
I,
syllables.
you know, so I'm sorry that I mispronounced your name, but that was it. But anyway, so you're on Kashyyyk, and I'm pretty sure You see, I can't even.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just messing around. I don't even.
No, some of these words are just
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's why I'm like,
absurd.
yeah. So you're there,
Mhm.
and what part are you at? Because I know you got to face that big Inquisitor.
I'm like trying to get back to the Mantis for some reason, and I'm stuck. I can't get back.
Have you
but
fought? Did you fight the big Inquisitor?
There's
maybe?
a couple of
I don't
Inquisitor
remember.
fights in that level.
The one that has like 2 horns for her chin.
No.
So you haven't. So she. I guess it's the first time on Kashyyyk. and
That
she had
is
to
a
go fight
that
and
is a
come back.
boss fight.
yeah.
That is definitely
That's
a
the
boss
boss
fight.
That is a boss fight.
But I have seen those spiders. I was walking into a cave to like for a crafting table, and then out of nowhere, this big behind spider just jumped me. What?
That's why I love the games. This is why I love the games because they give you stuff that you just
no,
don't
they mess
see
with your
coming.
head.
Yeah.
They completely mess with your head.
Yeah, it's like, oh, by the way, left hook.
It's like I didn't even think that spiders like I knew like bugs existed in Star Wars, but I thought it would be a little different.
Yeah.
I thought it'd look different.
Dude, I've been trapped
It
in
looked
some
like one.
weird temple in the second game for the longest time now, to the point where I just stopped playing.
You
'Cause
should.
it got so
You
frustrating.
got to YouTube it.
I did YouTube it.
Oh damn.
Still couldn't find my way out.
Wow.
I've literally been jumping from ledge to ledge, doing the same damn puzzle over and over again. I still can't get through it. And I'm like, is it me or did I go the wrong way? Am I stuck? I've been playing the same damn puzzle, Chris, now for a week.
Wow.
Still can't get through
Yeah,
it.
that's when you stop playing the game. At
Yeah,
that point.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you haven't even got to experience the rest of this.
Nah, bro.
No, when you get stuck in something, you just tossed out the
I'm
window
shocked
at
that
that
the
point.
YouTube video didn't help you because
Wait, did you try walkthrough?
I might try a walkthrough
Try
next time, but I
walkthrough.
still got
Yeah.
I gotta re-download the game and everything. I'd probably have to start from square one again.
yeah. Well, the second game, Survivor,
God bless your soul.
it didn't really get that much love as the Fallen Order, but it's still a good game to play.
Fallen Order was
I'm
the
not
better
saying
one.
it's not
Yeah,
bad.
Fallen-
That's
It's
the
just
problem.
Yeah.
too many damn puzzles.
Mhm.
Why do I want puzzles in a Star Wars game? Who the
Yeah,
hell
well-
wants
Listen, I
Puzzles
said
in
the
Star
same
Wars
thing.
games.
I said I didn't want puzzles in Star Wars games. I didn't want puzzles in Spider-Man games.
Exactly.
Those things were freaking annoying.
Yeah, especially the ones that you have to
Dude,
do.
can you imagine what would have happened to our childhood if they put puzzles in Battlefront or Battlefront 2?
I would have threw the game away.
Exactly.
I don't care who bought it. I'm throwing it away.
I don't know who these game producers are, but please stop putting puzzles in games that don't
Please.
need
Yes.
puzzles.
Especially people who like play like really late at night. No one has
No
the
one-
brain capacity to do all
Thank
of
you.
that.
That
Thank you.
part.
Yes.
That part. No one's
Yes.
trying to do all that.
No one's trying to do all that.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm not trying to spend 15 minutes of my day trying to solve a puzzle.
Which Star Wars game was it? I can't remember the name of it, but it made it seem like it was going to be multiplayer and everything like that, right? And it's supposed to have a story, but it was strictly online.
Oh, that was Battlefront.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Battlefront.
So
that was
I
the,
waited for that to
Battlefront
come out.
beta, I think. Yeah,
I
it
waited
was-
for it to come
yep.
out.
Yep.
Bought it, and then it
Hated
was
it.
strictly online.
hated
You
it.
couldn't do nothing. You couldn't do nothing with that game. Now it had everything in it. Everything is in the freaking game, but you had to pay for a whole bunch of stuff online.
Hated
You had
it.
to pay for Vader. You had to pay for Anakin. You had to pay for
Mhm.
a whole. There was a lot more. I ended up returning it. I bought it. I got it secondhand from
Dude,
GameStop.
and the game wasn't
and
even
I
that
sold
good
it.
when you actually started playing either, even with all that added crap
Yeah.
onto it.
Like,
Battlefront 2,
But you had
however-
battles. You could do battles online. That was the main thing that looked so cool because you could have the people in what are those? What are those things called? I forgot the name of them. The tall ones with the legs.
AT-ATs.
Yes,
Oh,
you could
okay.
have those. You can make them crash, break down. You could use cannonball shots, everything. You could use everything, and then you have people fighting on the ground, fighting in the air. Everything's going on, epic fights, and it made it seem like, oh yeah, this is not just online. You can do this in multi ways. Everything like it was none of that. It was strictly online.
Battlefront 2 was so much better though.
Yes,
So much better. You got a story, you got multiplayer, you got a little bit of everything.
I
I
didn't
mean,
even-
story play or story mode. Yeah, it was.
yeah, but I wanted
Give or
more. I
take,
didn't
it
just want
wasn't bad.
online for $65. I expect more
Yeah,
than just online
yeah.
play. That's
Yeah.
all it was online play for $65.
Bro, that's a topic right there. Game prices. What is wrong with you?
It's crazy.
So expensive.
No, they are so expensive.
Yeah, the shenanigans.
That's exactly what it is.
Mhm.
Thank
It's
you.
like $100 for like a Nintendo game.
Don't even get me
Why?
started.
Yeah, that's
Okay, explain this. How am I paying $40 for a game that's been out for 15 years?
that sounds like Grand Theft Auto.
No, it was actually Skyrim. $40 for a game. You believe
said
that? That's- Skyrim,
Oh, Skyrim. Oh.
a game that's been out now for
And they still want how much for that?
$40.
$40.
$40.
Mm.
That thing has a cult following though. That's the
It does.
freaking problem.
That's probably why. That's probably why it
The,
costs.
the following is just so damn strong.
Mm.
But still, no, that's crazy. That game's been out for so long.
Yeah. So,
So she's caught at.
Huh?
Where you
Casino.
stuck at?
Kashyyyk with a spider.
No, like so like it's like a base thingamabobby that you have to escape and like so I escaped that and like I'm onto the Greenlands and I have to like go into like this like
Did you get into the
Cave thing?
trees yet?
trees.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think she got to that part. 'Cause she got to go back to the mantis. So she
okay.
might have to go off planet, do something else, and then have to
Then
come back. Yeah,
Okay.
because she didn't fight the big Inquisitor that you fight again, and,
So she's still fairly fresh in it. Then.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Hmm.
because that fight against that Inquisitor
That's a
the
Was
first
it
time
that's a battle. That is a
Isn't she, like,
freaking
It
the
battle.
is.
knife sister
No,
or
it
whatever?
is.
is she knife? She's not the knife sister, right?
Mm-mm.
I don't know what number she is.
She
She's
No, I
the
think
one.
I
with
remember the
think
name
so.
sister though.
Yeah,
she
but
might be.
because you fought her in the
She's like-
second game.
Yeah.
So and
Ugh.
when in Fallen Order you fight her. That's the first time you fight her.
Mhm.
You defeat her and you thought she was dead. So when she came back for a Survivor, this is not spoilers because you played it. Well, and if you haven't played it, I mean, it's been out for
Go
so
play
long.
it.
Yeah, but yeah. So it was thought that when you defeated her, that you killed her, and then when she came back for a Survivor, I was like,
I was so annoyed.
I mean,
yeah, and I was like, man, I
not-
thought I beat this girl,
I'm
man.
not really surprised if I killed her.
she
She's a
came
pretty
back with some shiny
thing.
new limbs and a bad personality.
Mm.
bad breath too. Yuck.
Bad breath too.
Okay, I got a question for y'all.
Yes, sir.
All right. How about this? And I need an answer from all three of y'all. I'm not going to give my answer because we talked about this enough, so I can't give my answer.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Secret. Okay.
If Anakin did not become Vader and he was able to go back and save his mom, they listened to everything he said,
Bro,
all his complaints. What do you think
bro.
he would have become? Do you think he still somehow would have turned Sith?
Yes.
Or do you think he would have been probably marked as the greatest Jedi in history?
I think he would have came off as worse.
Tell me why.
Well, because you remember how possessive he was of his wife, all that stuff.
Well,
With
hold on.
everything.
Wait. Can you? He saved his mom. So does he still get with Padme?
He saves his. Okay, remember when you said he was having those nightmares
Right.
about his mom, right?
Second movie.
He
yeah.
was already kind of talking to Padme at that point.
Okay. I just wanted to know. Okay.
Yeah.
My fault. I
So
didn't mean to cut
I'm
you
just
off,
saying,
Greg.
if he was able to save his mom and they listened to all his complaints, what would have happened?
Mhm.
Would he still end up the way he did? Would he still have slaughtered all those kids? You see what I'm saying? Like, would he still have done everything that he did? And would he still have the fight that basically made him Vader? You see what I'm saying? Or would this have gone completely different? And if it would have went different, what do you think would have happened?
Ooh, you know what? That's actually kind of a tough question there. A
Yeah.
little bit. Because that could go in different directions. It's like, yes, his mom's still around, but who's to say something else doesn't happen later on down the road? So, again, it's a whole series of what ifs. Ooh,
So I'm
that's
asking your opinion.
Damn, that is a tough question. I'm actually gonna have to think on that one a little bit.
All right, he got to think.
You got anything?
I gotta think a little
Annabelle,
bit.
you got
That's-
something?
That's,
Huh?
that's
Oh,
an interesting question.
Huh? I was listening.
What? No, I was.
Okay.
I was just thinking.
Yeah. See, this requires a lot of thinking. Kev, you coming up with something over there?
So he saves his mom. The council listens to him. Does he still? The question now.
Oh, they listen to him. But the one thing I would say, well, all right, I'll throw
Does
you
their
this.
opinion change?
They listen to him. They change their opinion, but the only opinion they don't change is that the whole Dayton Paname thing. That's the only thing that doesn't
Wait,
change.
can we just because this is Padme.
I
Padme.
was waiting.
May.
Padme. Yeah, right. Padme.
I'm just gonna say May.
Like, because he said
I'm not-
Padme,
I'm not-
and
I'm
like,
not gonna
oh,
keep-
that was the time.
I'm not gonna
dude.
keep
I was
changing.
like-
We were
I'm not
talking
gonna
about
keep
that one
trying.
the last time we did this.
Yeah. Sitting there
I'm
like,
not. I'm not gonna
Panama.
keep. I'm not gonna keep trying.
Okay.
I'm not.
Panama
I'm just gonna say May.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
May.
Okay.
They don't change their decision on that, on how they dating and all that stuff. They're not changing on that.
So
but
nothing changes on their end.
but his master is still like, how he was like, basically, all right, don't do that out in the open, but whatever. You see what I'm saying? That's still the same way. But as far as like Yoda knowing and council and all that
I think if that's the case, he could still marry Padme and not and keep that under wraps.
yes.
He can still marry her, keep it under wraps. He can still have the children. Because now at this point, if the council is listening to him, there's no need to. I guess everything is okay. His mom's alive for however long she will be alive. He got to marry Padme at the end. Well, if that's the,
Okay,
well,
I've
I
resolved
think
my-
I
know
think
what okay.
I think the Clone Wars will still kind of happen because it's a Palpatine, and I think that still happens. But as far as like, well, now the council is listening to me, so even if Sidious is my friend and my mentor, he doesn't really have that much hold on me because the council actually listens to what I'm saying. So when it comes down to even if Jar Jar gives or puts in the vote that people should make him Supreme Chancellor or whatever it was, the war was still going to happen because that's what he wanted to happen. He's still out here playing chess with himself, so that happens. But as far as the whole Mace Windu, I don't trust you.
Yes.
or whatever. You can be part of the council, but you can be part of the council, but you're not a master. That won't even be a factor because he's not afraid of losing his wife because I had a dream my mom was going to die. Nobody did that. But now his mom did something. You want to go ahead?
Think about it. So, I agree with everything you've said so far.
Mhm.
Just think about it this way, though. So, as you established, Anakin, his reasons for turning to the dark side before was because, he thought his wife was in danger
Right.
of dying, right?
Right.
Now, think about it this way. He saved his mom, right? She's still around. He's married. Padme, like before. Sorry. But think about it this way, though. Sidious, as we know, is, a master manipulator, right? He's always thinking 3 steps ahead of everything.
Right.
So who's to say he doesn't now use both his wife and his mom as leverage over Anakin to turn him to the dark side?
Was he the one that put the dream in his mind to have
They
him think
had
it?
talked about that, but I don't know if people if it's a yes or no whether he was the one that was most of the opinion is no,
Mhm.
but he was just using that to his advantage because Anakin was,
Anakin was
confiding in him.
confining him.
Yeah,
but
he was
now-
confining
but
him, so
now
he
that-
could-
But at the time, think about it, Anakin didn't know that Palpatine was Sidious. So of course he's telling him everything that's going
Yeah,
on and
right.
in his head because no one else wants to listen.
Right.
Right? So
But now they're
who's to
listening.
say-
Yeah.
So
So
right, but
I don't
who's
think that'll.
still to say though that he doesn't use, some method or strategy to, use now his mom as
that part and the fact that this doesn't change the fact that he's having those nightmares about May dying. That doesn't change.
so that hasn't changed.
He was having those regardless.
But
like
my thing is, okay,
even
he
if they're
has a
listening to
dream.
him,
Yeah.
they're just gonna be like, dude, we don't do that.
Well, we told you not to. But
You see what I'm saying?
but the only person that would be on his side is Obi-Wan.
But what we had this talk. We had this talk. At the end of the day, what is Obi-Wan always going to obey?
Right.
The Jedi Council.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's
You see what I'm saying?
he's
This man
strictly
is still
Jedi-
going to turn Sith.
Yeah.
Annabelle,
Hmm?
is he turning Sith?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Are you
Yeah.
saying yes
Well, wait,
to,
wait.
to agree, or are you listening to what's actually being said?
Wait.
Because
What was the
I
question
want
again?
her opinion. Okay, so Anakin, right? Let's say the council listens to his complaints, about his mom
Mm-hmm.
and about, just in general, like, hey, look, I want to join the council. I want to do this. I want to do that. Everything. All his complaints, they're listening to him, right? And they're once they start listening to him, okay, look, we can do this. We can go save your mom. We can consider putting you on a council. We can do these things, right? But he's still having that nightmare about Padme dying, right? But they're not willing to still they're still not willing to do the ability to save her. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's having these nightmares. Listen, we're not teaching you that.
So
You see what I'm
basically,
saying?
it's like we're gonna take we're gonna take your complaint under advisement, and we'll get back to you kind of.
Pretty much,
scenario.
yeah. So
Okay.
do you think this will still lead to him becoming Sith?
Absolutely.
Or do you think he will, all right, I'm going to find a way, I'm going to figure this out or whatever, and he remains still part of the council? What do you think?
Well, it's depending if once they save him. Wait.
Wants to save his mom?
Yeah, right. But wait, I'm losing my train of thought. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, once they save his mom and hear about his complaints, right? What if he brings up the fact, relationships and stuff, like?
So
with
if
Pat-
if that comes up, they're not changing their.
Yeah, they're not changing their mind. But I mean, like in Clone Wars, didn't Obi-Wan date like a person there, like Satine or whatever?
When he was younger, him and her had a thing, but they never dated because he went back to the Jedi
It
Order.
was a more of a casual
Situationship?
fling
But
than-
Kev
What do
Kev
you
made a
know about
point.
situationship?
Okay, hey, stay on topic. Stay on topic here. Stay on topic. This ain't that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. No.
Find your
No,
center, Kev.
but there is this. Kev made a good point. They could still date, it just have to be on the wraps. They can still get married. They can still have kids, do all that stuff. That would just be something
So it
that's to
sounds
do on
like
the
the
wraps.
events haven't changed much at all, except for the fact that he saved his mother.
Yep, and that they're
Yeah,
listening
And
to
that
him.
they're listening to him. I
Oh,
don't
wait.
think.
I mean, the thing is, they could be listening to him though, but
But
who says they don't just expel him altogether though?
exact. So there's so many
listen,
terms.
But
Wait.
listen, if go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You go ahead.
Somebody
You're
go.
going to lose your train of
Spence
thought.
is killing me.
No.
All right, so if that's the case, they cut him out. Like you can't be a Jedi no more. Is that a bad thing? He has his mom, he has his wife. Yes, he probably dreamed about his wife dying, but look, I'm no longer part of anything that's making me stressful. Once he realizes now he's off planet, either they go back to Tatooine to stay with his mom and Mustafar, or he
they
goes
go
back to Naboo,
Yeah,
where
Naboo.
he's staying at a place. His dreams are now not nightmarish. It's more of a like everything's a little bit more better now. Maybe getting kicked out of the Jedi Order is what saves Padme
But
from
who
him going
says
down
that
the line.
doesn't create a whole new sense of mental instability though?
But if he's not
'Cause
stressed,
now he doesn't have. I mean, yes, he has all those things, but
he still
know.
has his training. He still has but he's still the chosen one. But now it's no longer more of stressful. So before, because we remember it was dreams, the nightmares that he had of losing the people he loved. Now that he's not in the environment that made him dream this way, I'm no longer getting nightmares of losing my wife and death.
I see what you're saying.
Because
damn, Chris.
now it's more
Hell
of
of a
a
question.
More of
Hell of
a
a question. Dude.
yeah, it is. But now it's
You're
more
making us
so.
think.
Oh, yeah, look, even he got in on it. Yeah, I think that's it. But did you lose your train of thought? Or you still got it.
I have a little bit of it.
Okay, go ahead.
So like, when they save his mom and stuff, right? And you start having like those nightmares about Padme dying. Okay. Now what if she dies, right? Right. Like, yeah, I know, right? Wait. Wait. It's gonna sound really stupid, but like, wait, no.
Well, say it.
Come on, you got it.
If she dies, would that still make him turn?
Well, probably, yeah. I mean, like, he's a very attachment guy. I don't know, like, so even if they did save his mom, right? She's gonna die eventually.
Well, that's
Like-
of old age, not of what he.
I
was
know
afraid
it's
of
gonna be
having.
that of old age.
Well, that's
But
the thing. Are we talking about natural causes now, or are we just
Well, because he saved his
I-
mom,
I-
it'd be natural causes. Padme
Yeah.
is a little bit not natural causes, but if the council kicks him out, if the council
she may give birth normally now?
right give
Yeah.
birth no, and then because of
Because you remember she died of a broken heart.
a broken heart, all because of what he did. Yeah. So, off of what he did to cause her to die of a broken heart, of him falling to the dark side, fighting on Mustafar with Obi-Wan. If what Chris said was kicking him out, there's no need to worry about going to Mustafar. There's no need to worry about her dying because he's no longer in a stressful environment that made him dream like that. If he's
Honestly, I
not
think-
stressed about it no more, there's no dreaming about it.
I think this is one of those instances, Kev, where it's like half yes, half no.
Yeah.
Depends on how the circumstances
Yeah.
play out.
wait, if Padme did die, right? He would be like kind of conflicted to like be like a good guy or like a bad guy. I mean, his mom's still there, but that's the love of his life. I mean, she just died, so like,
But if she,
but like,
I don't think she will die because
yeah,
he got kicked out of the council. From what Chris
Yeah.
just said, he's kicked out of council. So
But-
there's no chance of Padme dying because he's not.
yeah, but I'm just saying, what if he was still in the council?
Well, if he stays in the
yeah.
council, then obviously then something
the
can
thoughts,
happen.
yeah, the dreams will still be there. But what about this part? What if? Oh my God, I forgot his name. What is the They kept man, this is gonna sound stupid because I should really know his name. They kept pushing him towards him, and he was
Palpatine?
Palpatine, yes, thank you.
Or Sidious?
What if Palpatine finds out that he's leaving, and he's like, well, I'm gonna mess with him. You see what I'm
That's
saying?
what I'm
He can
saying.
always bring him back in
That's what
somehow,
I'm
some
saying.
way. Or let's say that Palpatine did reach out to Anakin. Like Anakin, is slick ways of getting him to come back. But
Right,
joining
who's to
his
say he
side,
doesn't? Who's to say he doesn't contact him after he's been expelled from the order
but who's
and tries to bring him in anyway?
my thing is Anakin when he first confronted Palpatine, he's like, "You're the Sith Lord." At that moment, he went to Windu to tell him that Sidious is a bad guy. So let's say Sidious did reach out, or Palpatine reached out to Anakin after finding out he's no longer part of the
If anything,
organization.
he would
He
probably
called the organization or council and say, "Hey, listen, man, Palpatine just reached out to me with this, da da da. He's the bad guy. He's the one you
or
look
think
for."
about it this way: instead of that particular scenario, imagine Anakin is feeling even more resentment towards the Jedi Council for being kicked out, expelled, whatever. And where was I going? Takes Sidious up on his offer because now he is feeling even more of that resentment towards them.
I can dig it, but when does this take place, Chris? When
Okay.
like let's
All right,
let's
so-
put a time
Yeah,
period
So,
we
of
can-
when
we
so
can-
them
when he
listening,
kicks
them listening to him. Remember when he started having the first? Wasn't it dreams about his mom dying?
that second
Yeah.
movie.
Right there. So at that point, right, that's when everything's happening. And it's not the first dream. It's the like when he woke up in that cold sweat. Like he was really thinking, he was overthinking about it. Remember? And
That was when they were on
asked him. They said,
Naboo.
"Yeah, what's wrong with you? Like, what's going on?"
E,
Elijah, no,
E,
go over
E,
there.
E, I got
Go
you.
over
E.
there.
I got you. Y'all know I'm on here. You got it, E? I can help
It was like one of his later dreams where people started asking him like what was wrong.
you.
I'm not sure what dream it was. I'm trying to remember that part, but
It was when they were on Naboo.
yes, that point.
Okay.
So right around there, that's when he tells them like, "Hey, listen, like this is really messing with me. I need to save my mom." They listen to him. They go to the planet. They save his mom, and he talks to them about joining the council. He talks to them about everything else and all that stuff. They listen to him. If he joins the council, that's a yes or no thing. You see what I'm saying?
The council was in during the Clone Wars, so
Well, he brings it back up. We're talking about like so everything's happening in pieces.
okay.
So everything's this is all not happening at once. This is all happening in pieces. If that makes sense.
Okay.
So let's say the council Windu's like no, but then they vote on it and they say yes. You know what I'm saying? They say, listen, Windu, this sounds personal. And because it sounded personal when he
it
said
carried on to the next movie of Jump.
Yeah. It's like, hey man, this sounds kind of personal. You keep saying no. He's joining, right? And let's say he's considering and joining. Like there's stages to it. I'm joining, right? So he's going to join, but then he's like, nah, you know what? I'm going to leave. I'm taking what you said now. You understand what I'm saying? He leaves,
Mhm.
right? But then Palpatine finds out, and who's to say Palpatine would not start messing with him? Hey, Padme's going to die.
Padme?
Yeah, I said that name again. I said the way I said. I said what I said. All right. I said what I said.
I said what I said.
I said what I said. All right. She's going to die, and he keeps interfering with him, making him have those thoughts, making him have those dreams, doing all that stuff. Does this lead to him still becoming Sith?
Now, okay, I guess the reason why I asked when does this happen when he leaves is because when Ahsoka left, he's like, I know how you feel. I want to leave too. But if he leaves after Ahsoka leaves as well, it's kind of like, nah, because I know she's safe and I'm with my wife. How is she going to die? What's going to cause her to die? Now, you can put the thought in my head, but like, what's going to cause her to die?
See, so it's more on him if it's really going to happen. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it turns into more of him thing. Now there's a part 2 to this whole entire thing. fight he had with Obi-Wan that basically led to him getting placed in this whole suit and shit like that, right? We talked about this.
We all have.
If Obi-Wan would have just said, nah, just
Push
push
him
him
in.
in.
Oh, you're
Push him
saying,
in the lava.
you're saying, oh,
Push him in the lava. I knew when it came up, and I said, just push him in the lava. He don't need to be here no more. I loved you. You were like my brother. I hate you.
that part. Okay, so
I think
so
it's the
we're all in
biggest
agreement.
I think that's
We're-
the biggest what
what-
everybody talks about.
yes. Okay, so we're
What would
all
have
in
happened
agreement.
if Obi-Wan had
Just
just said,
killed him, man.
F it?
Okay, so we're all in agreement with that part. All right, so let me ask you this part:
Oh,
the
man.
Obi-Wan and Darth Vader fight,
In the TV show?
where he
Obi-Wan.
cut the
Yeah.
mask,
Oh,
Wait,
Oh.
cut the mask. Okay, so
where he
Oh,
cut the
so the
mask.
TV show.
Okay, now that part. What it now? Let me ask you this question. Remember how he had him for a second? He had him for a second. He had him for a second.
Yes. You see, his
What if
eyes
that
change.
second would have turned permanent and he would have actually had him?
Ooh.
Would it have been at that point too late? To me, yes, dog. You slaughtered so many people. All the next generation, you killed all of them. You killed them all.
You killed younglings.
Yes. He killed a lot of people at that point.
Well,
by
think
that
about- by
point,
that point, it's been about 10 or 11
yes,
years.
that's what I'm saying. All the
So-
people he really killed.
Well, not even that, but look at when that opening scene when Vader, or not the second fight with Obi-Wan, and towards the end of the show, but like the halfway point when they have that first interaction since
Yeah.
Mustafar, he force pulled a person
through the ground with the
to
ground.
the ground and snapped their neck. Just an innocent
I
random
forgot
dude.
about that.
He just dragged them out of the building. He was like, all right, snap their neck. He's just strolling through a village at night, just killing innocents.
So, if Obi-Wan
Set Obi-Wan on
if
fire.
Obi-Wan would have had him, right, and actually got him out
I don't
out
know,
of
that's
that
a tough
mind,
sell.
out of that mindset,
That is a tough sell.
would they have taken him back? Yes or
Oh.
no?
There is no
Uh,
them anymore.
there-
At that
well,
point, it's
yeah.
all gone.
At that point, it's
So
Obi-Wan and Yoda.
maybe Obi-Wan, like, look, you changed your ways. Now let's go get
Rebuild
Pop-
or like restart
let's
or go
go-
get Palpatine?
I
let's
don't
go get
know.
Palpatine and take it from there.
So if
I don't know. That's a tough sell.
There you go. There you go.
That-
Okay,
that-
why? Why is that
a
tough for you?
Because you said so yourself. Look at the carnage he's caused since then. Think of it all. And
Okay.
think of the stuff he's done to other planets in pursuit of other Jedi.
Yeah, trying to find them.
Okay, so maybe you'll know what I'm talking about, but so Vader and the Empire invade Kashyyyk, enslave an entire planet just to find four rogue Jedi.
Okay, yeah.
Now, I think that was a separate mission from Vader's, but I mean, look, I'm going.
Look
more
at how
so-
far they went.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
more so looking at the broader image of the pursuits he's gone through, just for four Jedi.
Now, I got to ask you this question. So, on what you're saying, on what Annabelle said no. She said no from the jump. She said no. With all that being said, right? Do you believe it would be possible to trust Anakin again?
No.
It would
That's
a hard no, but over time he would have to build up the trust against everybody. He would have to build up the
well,
trust.
That's
That's a time thing. That's a time
But
consuming
like,
thing.
he could always just
But
fall
think about
back
it.
to his
It
old
all
ways.
stems back to everything else. The Vader is the Emperor's enforcer. That's how he's been introduced to everybody. So now, would we say that the Rebel Alliance has been started by then, or not quite?
Mm.
It was started like, again, if you saw Andor, you would know that there was like little cells that started in the
Here you go.
beginning of everything.
I know,
So
right?
you asked the point. You asked the question. When it had already started.
I know.
by then.
I
And I'm
know. Go ahead, go
answering
ahead.
it. It had already started.
Oh, okay,
The
all right.
little cells had already started.
Okay, so it already
So
started.
they're not rebelling, but like a rebellion, but like there's little cells of it that have already started to fight back against it. Whether it's inside the the politics,
Mhm.
and then the little jabs at the Empire of different planets and different states. So yeah,
Okay. All right. So look, yes or no? Would he? So if you were part of the council, right? Even though it already fell apart and all that, you were part of the council. You lived, right?
the only person that lived was
Well,
old
I'm saying
Yoda
no,
and-
no, no. I'm talking hypothetical.
Okay.
And
Oh,
here's the reason
hypothetical.
why. Here's the reason why. Obi-Wan comes to you and says, "Hey, look, I got him back. Do you think it's possible we could ever trust him again?"
Heck no.
I would have to say no.
Annabelle,
Would you trust?
Sorry.
would you be able to trust Anakin again if Obi-Wan said he managed to get him back?
No.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. When Palpatine made the decision, let's do this attack now, he called the shot.
I call him a tactical genius.
If Anakin would have just been like, yeah, no, we're not doing this, and he changed his mind right then and there,
Now that's a different story.
if he changed his mind right then and there, how would you feel? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, if he went ahead and he's like, nah, I'm not doing this.
Now we're
I'm
talking
just
about
not
two
doing it.
Now we're
You see
talking
what I'm
about
saying?
two different scenarios. Here.
What would you do then? And then he came out and said, hey, look, this is what it was. This is what he was planning. We stopped it. I never was going to do it. I had to get close to figure this out. We
I
can
think
stop this.
The only way it would be
Oh,
possible.
Windu doesn't die.
Okay, so now we're definitely talking
well,
about.
then
a whole
he's
different-
not going to
yeah.
trust him. But if we go off of this mindset that Obi-Wan was able to get him back, the only way Obi-Wan was able to get him back for that split second that you're talking about with the crack in his helmet.
Yep.
Anakin is like, okay, I trust you, this and third. I want to do right. I'm here right now. The only reason why you see me is because your kids survived. And he would have like, but Palpatine told me that they died with pet. No, they're alive. Your son is on Tatooine, and your daughter, which is the only reason why I'm out for you to see me, is alive. We gotta stop Palpatine. He manipulated you. He lied to you. Let's stop him. You can get your kids. And you've known me. I still have love for you. I'm here to stop you from doing what you're doing.
You know what? There are actually some story, like not story plots, but like some stuff like that. It's like, oh, what if Obi-Wan had told Anakin all this stuff like that?
Right. But from what he's asking, if I was Obi-Wan, look. From what you're asking, and it was trusting that Anakin was starting to come back for more than just a couple of seconds. And Obi-Wan tells him, I'm only here because your kids are still alive. Oh, I only did all this because I had nothing else to lose. I know I was going to overthrow Palpatine a little bit later on, but you mean to tell me my kids are alive? Oh, he lied to me? We on the ship. Let's go.
So you're talking about from the cut in the mask, right?
That's what you.
Okay,
what you
yeah,
asked?
okay. So if you do all that, right? Then what? What happens? What if you're Obi-Wan, right?
Put him on trial. Everything is done. Let's put him on trial.
They gonna say guilty and kill him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at the
Yeah.
end of the day, but he stopped. He brought the balance back to the Force. And let's say they don't
Right,
kill
but
him.
you're talking
Let's say
about
they don't sit. Let's say
Decades of damage.
right. Well, hey, look,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying it's done.
Like that is a
they-
lot of blood
they-
on your hands.
They ended the Empire reign. Oh, thank you. They ended the Empire reign, and he gets to see his kids for, let's say this trial is a long trial. He gets to see his kids for not a long period of time where they're adults, but enough to say, okay, they're 10 at this point. They made it. He made the
Okay,
decision at
but-
16.
Think about it this way. So, obviously, I mean, people clearly picked up on after his mask gets, slashed into that, okay, he came back to the light side allegedly for a really brief period of
Millisecond.
time. Who's to say he wasn't just playing mind games with Obi-Wan from the beginning?
And that's
though?
why I said,
Just to mess with him.
that's why I said, as long as it wasn't a I'm tricking you type thing. If like let's
No,
say
no,
he
I'm
really,
saying like when he really had him for that second. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that he had him
yeah.
because he said what did he say? What, it was too late.
You didn't kill Anakin, Obi-Wan. I did. You didn't see anything.
Well, that was
so.
clearly Vader talking. That wasn't, you know.
All right. So if you guys want to continue this conversation with us, tune in next week and be there. So I've been Kev. You already know the cast. You've been you. Let's stay in tune.